in the conversations that everyone's having nowadays, but we're going to bring it back for the final category. And first up we have Lucas from SARNO Industries.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Gabriella. I was told the best way to start a pitch is with a story. So this is me in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean as I rode 3,000 miles from Europe to America, completely alone and unassisted. I broke 3 world records. For 59 days, I battled against huge storms and waves the size of houses. But when I finally made landfall in Antigua, the first thing that hit me after the run was how unforgiving the ocean is when it comes to energy. When you're out there rowing, you feel every single inefficiency. And that thought stuck with me when I started looking at the engines that you use to cross the exact same oceans. If you look at your same fuel bill, your fuel bill that you get maybe at the end of every month, 60 to 70% of the fuel that you've paid for is wasted in heat, vibration, noise, emissions, all the stuff that we don't want. This is a problem that exists across every industry that uses engines. It's a 150-year-old problem, and we finally solved it. Now, as we've heard a lot around the room today, we need a solution, but everyone is too scared to step away from the classic diesel engine that exists, that we're familiar with and that we have the infrastructure and the tech for. So what we did is we reinvented the engine. Now, to put it very simply, our engine is a drop-in solution. It's a new architecture, and with the same fuel tank, you can get 30% more range. It has 90% fewer emissions using diesel than any other engine. And because it doesn't vibrate at all, you can be coasting along the Med, feeling like you're sailing without the horrible vibration in the background. Now, we're about to file 3 patents in the next couple of days, and so I've had to censor 2 of the images that I'm going to put up, but I'm happy to share them afterwards. We have another about 7 in the pipeline coming up, and one thing I want to show you here is this is the efficiency of a diesel engine over the last 150 so years. And that number at the top, the line at the top, is the theoretical thermodynamic limit. It is a number that physically cannot be crossed by the industry using the current engines that they use today. And so what we did is we reinvented the architecture that sets a much higher limit. So in a couple of years' time, when we eventually cross that limit, it means our competitors can't catch up. And so this is a very big industry, hundreds of engines, and this tech works for small outboard engines all the way up to huge 2-stroke ship engines, or in this case, superyachts. It works with any fuel. And this industry is massive, and it doesn't just apply to superyachts. So it's not a question of how big the industry is, it's about a question of how quickly we can capture it. And that relies entirely on the team. Our team consists of ex-prototype directors at McLaren, Volta Trucks, Rivian, alongside race engineers for engines, and a combined experience, I think about 150 years or 140 years of engineering experience between the team. Myself, I'm an ex-Techstars founder, I'm a non-executive for the Royal Yachting Association, and there's a bunch of other stuff there as well. And there are some incredible minds behind this project. In 6 months, we've built an engine that solves a problem that the industry hasn't been able to solve for 150 years. And just a week ago, I got some very exciting data that I can share with you. And I know these are some very bold claims. Greg, we had a conversation a few months ago where you wanted to see how exactly this works. I'm very happy to share it with you. For the sake of publicity, I don't want to put it up on the big screen. But privately, I'm very happy to explain in a lot more detail. So I know it sounds a bit too good to be true. So what I would say is, chuck me a message on WhatsApp or email, and we can arrange for you to come out and see the engine in person, out in the Amalfi Coast. And we can explain exactly how it works, and only then will you realize the true potential of this engine. I'm going to keep it very short and sweet, and I'll finish it there, because I think we have some catching up to do on time. But that's it from me, and thank you very much.
Thank you.